Alright, what's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we're going to be talking about the Diablo 2 Resurrected closed beta. I played it on console, I played it on the PlayStation 5. I'll give you my thoughts, my impressions, what I liked, what I think could improve, and I'll speak specifically about controller support because I think a lot of people are going to be playing this game on PC. A lot of people are talking about it revolving the PC version, but I don't see a lot of talk around controller, and I think this is going to be a big important aspect for those who play on consoles. Now, before I get started, I do want to mention that I think, in my opinion, and I think in many people's opinions who are kind of die-hard Diablo 2 fans, a mouse and keyboard is always going to be the best option here. This game was designed for mouse and keyboard. It's just how it is, man. If you want the best experience possible, that's my opinion. Being able to use a mouse and keyboard is just going to be the definitive way to play this game. But I will say that the controller support has actually been pretty awesome. And obviously on console, you don't have a mouse and keyboard, you have a controller, so that's what you're stuck with. And, you know, in the beginning, it was a little bit hard to get used to, especially if you remember Diablo 2 with the mouse and keyboard. There's a lot of things that you kind of have to build up a little muscle memory, and you kind of have to, you know, spend a little bit of hours playing around with the game, with the controller, to kind of get things down, because there's a lot of quality of life things that you have to kind of learn. Like, for example, like holding down a button does this, or, you know, selling this item quicker instead of dragging it. There's just a lot of these little neat things that they've done for controller, but there are also aspects to the controller that make your life easier and make the gameplay easier. For example, like you can just map, you know, spells on buttons, for example, as opposed to the mouse where you only have one skill set at a time. And, you know, you can map those as well, but when you have a controller, you can just hit square or X or triangle right away for a spell. Like, you know, it makes your life easier. So there are those things about the controller that is also really nice. My biggest gripe for consoles is gonna have to be the multiplayer online, creating and joining lobbies, games. This really needs to be updated, and I don't know if they're gonna add this in the full game, but didn't have that in the beta. And what I mean by that is just being specific about the games that you want to join or the games that you want to create, right? Because the only option that we had for console is you either join a private game by yourself or you join with other people by, you know, choosing what act and what quest, and that's it. So you can't be really specific about the game that you want to join. As opposed to PC, you can create a game. Like, for example, this is going to be a PvP game, or I'm looking for a certain item, or we're doing tomb runs, for example. You're being specific, so when you join that game, you know what you're in for. On console, like, you're just going to join the game with other people, and you're kind of just going to be hanging out. There's not really anything specific. I think that needs to be definitely looked at, and I would love to see the console version get everything that the PC version gets. I understand that we are using a controller, but at the same time, it's not hard and it won't take long for me to type in a few letters to be more specific about what I want to create or join. Overall, I really enjoyed this closed beta. I put about 15 hours into this. I'm going to be playing more of the open beta and testing it out. You know, it wasn't perfect. There were some glitches, there were some bugs. There was a few times where I felt there was rubber banding issues where, you know, you're running and you get pulled back, network stuff. Hopefully these minor issues will get addressed. There's times where I'm trying to go through a door and the door is closed, but I went through it anyway. Like, just stuff like that. Hopefully these things can get addressed by the time the full game comes out. But other than that, like, it's been a really cool experience, guys. This is the first time that Diablo 2 has ever been on console, so I think that's an awesome thing to celebrate. Being able to play this on your TV, being able to play this on the couch. You know, again, I do believe, and I'm going to harp on this, the best way to probably experience this game will always be on keyboard and mouse, because you can be exact, you could be precise. Where that lacks on controller, I do think, again, the controller has also pros and cons to it. as well. But my experience with this beta was awesome. There was a lot of nostalgia, there was a lot of fun. I just hope that the console version gets, you know, some of these features that the PC gets as well. I think that's very important. Other than that, I mean, this game is pretty damn awesome. You know, visually speaking, the remaster, remake, whatever you want to call it, this game is beautiful. And playing on the console, playing on the PlayStation 5, like I said I was playing on, just looks absolutely stunning, guys. The, you know, the visuals, the shadows, the graphics, it just looks awesome, man. And it really looks like this is what the vision was back in the day. But, you know, obviously we lacked in technology and stuff like that. Like, what they're able to do today with Diablo 2 is really amazing, and it's staying true to Diablo 2, and it's definitely capturing that terror and horror. I mean, the game looks beautiful, guys. What else can I say? But that pretty much wraps up the video. If you have any questions, you know, leave it down in the comment section below. I'll try to answer any questions. But overall, I had an amazing time with the beta. Just a few things that I would like to see changed. Definitely the online support. I want lobbies. I want to be able to join specific games. I want to be able to play this game with people. And, you know, the social aspect of Diablo 2 is very important. And I hope that they, you know, address this. But that wraps up the video, guys. I hope you guys take it easy and enjoy your day.
I am overburdened.